Hey everybody, David here, and today I wanted to share some autographs I got this weekend here in Canada, in Toronto. We had the Fan Expo Canada going on down here, or up here, whatever. And whenever I go to conventions, you probably heard me say this before in some of my past videos if you've been a regular on my channel for a while. You know that I like going to meet celebrities, right? I've shown off my autograph collection before of all the celebrities I've gotten autographs for. And obviously this year, I pretty much all I did this year was stand in lines and going to meet some actors. Usually the most I've met in one day was maybe 4 or 5. This year I met 6. I am going to say that Mark Hamill was there this year, but he was charging $200 an autograph. And to me, all the actors that I met were worth him alone. So I said, okay, what's better? Meeting one actor for $200 or meeting 6 actors for roughly around $200? And I said 6 actors are worth it more. The more I get to meet, the better the experience I feel, especially if they make my experience enjoyable, and which all of these really did. So I wanted to share my experience with you guys. Maybe you guys met some of these actors at conventions, maybe not, I don't know. But these are some of the celebrities I decided to meet this year. So let's start off with number 1 here. This is an animated voice actor. You might recognize him. He did the voice of Yakko from Animaniacs. He also did the voice of Pinky and the Brain, also from Animaniacs. He also, from my childhood, he did Raphael from the original 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon. And and he's done many other animated shows and movies as well. And Rob Paulsen, I follow him on Twitter. I think he's a great voice actor. And I went up to him. I told him that, man. I told him, look, I think you're an awesome voice actor. Your voice is very enjoyable. I grew up with those cartoons, and it's interesting how when you get older, how you always start to pick up on voice actors a little bit. And he said, wow, thanks, man. That shows me that I'm doing my job right. And I said, yeah. So he seemed he seemed really cool about it, and that makes me have a smile on my face, because it's like I'm saying the right things. Because I hate it when I say something stupid, because then I feel embarrassed and whatever. But anyways, so he was a really cool guy to meet. I really liked Rob Paulsen. And the second voice actor I met, I only met 2 voice actors. I had to meet this one for sure, though. Kevin Conroy. And he wrote I Am Batman. He was really cool, the voice of Batman since 1992, still doing the voice of Batman today in the Arkham video games, as well as some directed videos here and there. He just did Batman the Killing Joke once again, with Mark Hamill also returning as the voice of the Joker. So yeah, it was really cool meeting Kevin Conroy. He was really nice, really cool, really laid back. I told him how he's still one of the best Batmans today. And that's my honest truth. I still think Kevin Conroy is still one of the best, even though he's a voice actor and it's a little bit different. That interpretation of how he plays it in his voice alone is just like, that's what Batman sounds like. Because when I read the comics, that's the voice I hear. So to me, that's the definitive voice for Batman, in my opinion. Next, I got Malcolm Merlyn, played by John Barrowman on Arrow, one of my favorite shows. Of course, you guys know. He has a multi-show contract this season. He's not just going to be appearing on Arrow, he's going to be appearing on The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow as well. So that's going to be really cool to see how that all plays out. And yeah, I met him. He was really funny. He snuck into the lineup when he was, before all the other actors were coming. He was the first actor I noticed to come to his booth. But he did it by sneaking into the lineup when everybody was already lined up. He was sneaking through the lineup. It was really funny seeing him do that. and talking to people, and it looks like he was like, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to get up in front over there, excuse me, pardon me. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then he was like talking to each of the guests in the line as they were like waiting for him to go to the booth. It was funny. Everybody was having a good time with him. He has a great personality. And when I got up to him, yeah, I said, "Hello, man. I'm a huge fan of Arrow." And yeah, yeah, that was about it. So it was very short with him, very brief for me, anyways. He was taking pictures though of people with selfies. Some people wanted to take selfies with him. I decided not to because I didn't want to pay the extra money because I'm cheap. And next, Ben Mackenzie, Commissioner Gordon on Gotham. I got him here. He just wrote to David. And yeah, he was really neat too. I liked it. He was really cool. I mentioned how I also knew he did the voice of Batman in Batman Year One, and he was actually impressed that I knew that. Because I guess not a lot of fans realize that. And he said, yeah, it's really cool getting to play two of those iconic characters, you know, Commissioner Gordon and Batman. So that put a smile on his face and got him interested in me. So... not in that way. I also got Cassidy, Laurel Lance from Arrow. She was really nice. Katie unfortunately came a little bit late to the convention, and literally I was there by 9 o'clock this morning. We were finally in there around 10, so I already got straight into the lineup for her. I thought she wouldn't take too long. But by the time she got to the convention, it was already 2:30. 2 o'clock, 2:30, around that time. And it's funny because the people that worked, the staff that worked at the convention were saying, oh yeah, she'll be here like every so often. They would be like, oh, don't worry everybody, she'll be here soon. Katie will be here soon. She's just running a little late, like 4 or 5 hours late. So, whatever. I went and did as soon as I knew that she was going to be arriving late, I jumped into John Barrowman's line since he was already there. And then I went to go meet some of the other actors that I already mentioned. So, yeah, she came a little bit late, and it was cool, though. Once she got there, the lineup started going. And, yeah, I got to meet her. I got to tell her... I told her... I don't know if this was the right thing to say, but I told her that I was watching... Because I've been rewatching Arrow... season 4 this week, now that it's out on Blu-ray. And I told her that I saw the last episode that I watched before coming to the convention was the episode where they killed her off. Now, maybe, so I said to her, but I said quickly, I really liked that episode a lot because I thought the acting was really great from all the actors, specifically the end. And I told her how it teared me up a little bit, so it got me emotionally. And she seemed pretty grateful at that, so it was really nice. She was I liked her. I thought she was a nice, pretty polite actress, so she was enjoyable to meet. And then finally, I'm gonna screw up this name because it's escaping me right now, but I'm going to call her by her character name from Gotham, Dr. Leslie Tompkins. And she's also, you probably recognize her also if you're a Firefly fan from the TV series, as well as Serenity, the movie that was spun off into. And what was the other movie? Oh, Deadpool. I even forgot mentioning that to her while I was down there, how much Deadpool was so great. And originally I wasn't gonna go meet her, but she was beside Ben Mackenzie, who was my last celebrity meeting at the day, and my brother finally came up with me. My brother came up with me for these last two, and when we were going to meet, so after we met Ben Mackenzie, she was beside him, and she came back earlier. I guess they went on lunch or something, and I told my brother, we gotta go meet her. She's hot, man. I mean, look how beautiful she is. She's like the most beautiful woman in the world, in my opinion, right now. So, Kevin, my brother Kevin just wanted to go home. I'm like, I'm getting tired, man. I want to go home. And, but I convinced him, and he said, fine, I should have brought my Firefly DVD. And so, after we got Ben Mackenzie, we went into her line and got to meet her, and yeah, introduced myself and Kev, because Kevin is shy, my brother Kevin, so I introduced him for him. But yeah, she was really nice. I really liked her, and she's hot. So, And look what she wrote. She wrote, "All my love. I'm going to pretend that she loves me, that she was in love with me. We probably had an affair for that split second, behind Ben Mackenzie's back. He'll probably never know. I'm a home wrecker, so deal with it." And that was all my guests that I got to meet, and it was really fun. That's the fun I have when going to Fan Expo, getting to meet these people and getting to tell them how much I love the stuff that they've done, because I love those shows and I love those movies and I love their characters that they've created for us to be entertained by. And there were so many great actors that I wish I could have met. Like, I was thinking about Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He was there too. Jack Leeson. There was William Shatner was down there. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but William Shatner is funny on Twitter. And I did enjoy the old Star Trek movies to some degree. So I probably wouldn't have mind meeting William Shatner, but I heard somebody in line say something negative. But he seems really cool on Twitter, so I don't know. I was conflicted on that one. And Bret Spiner, who plays Data on The Next Generation. I love The Next Generation. I think it was the best Star Trek TV series. That's the one that I actually watched all the way through. He was there. And there were a lot of really good. Adam West and Burt Ward was there, but I got Adam West's autograph a long time ago. I never meet an actor more than once. I say once I meet them, that's it. The only actor I made that exception to was Stephen Amell. I met him 2 years in a row because Stephen was really cool the first time, and then I wanted to go meet him one more time. It's like, yeah, I never did this before, and I wanted to get him to sign my season 1 DVD, which finally came out the second time. So this is always a fun experience. I didn't get to see the rest of the convention, but I've seen it before. It's always the same thing. Merchandise, toys, shirts, hats, all that stuff. So, and I spent the whole day literally in lineups. I was like, when Kevin wanted to go home, I was like, okay, let's get out of here. I wouldn't have mind meeting Caitlin Snow, Daniela Panabaker was there signing autographs. She was right beside Katie Cassidy. I thought about going to meet her, but unfortunately, like I said, my brother was getting bored. I should have went to her at least once. I feel bad that I didn't get to go see her. I was hearing people in the lineup in the Katie Cassidy lineup that went to go meet her saying that she was really sweet, and she is very beautiful in person, so maybe I should have went to go meet her too. I don't know, but anyways, this was still a fun experience. I always have fun meeting these guys. I have one more convention coming up this October in Hamilton, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Jason David Frank is going to be there, the original Green Ranger, Tommy. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I've been meeting all the Mighty Morphin Rangers, the surviving ones this year, literally. I met Amy Jo Johnson back in May or April, and then I met, maybe it was May. Yeah, I think it was May. My brother was at a very small convention. Amy Jo Johnson was there, and then the Pink Ranger. And then in June, I went to Niagara Falls Comic-Con, and they had Austin St. John and Walter Jones, who were the original Red and Black Rangers. So I got to meet them, and now I'm getting to meet Tommy, the original Green Ranger. The only surviving Ranger that I still haven't met yet was David Yost, the original Blue Ranger. So I can't believe I'm actually meeting all the Mighty Morphin Rangers this year. This is really... You can see how big of a geeky fan I am of all these things. So, because Mighty Morphin was my childhood. I grew up with Power Rangers, so I love it. If you look at my channel, I've been doing reviews of all the seasons so far, so check all those out. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this here. I think I've been rambling on and on about my autographs. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share your experiences with actors that you've met. I'd like to know what other actors are and what certain experiences are. Are there any ones that you guys did not like? Are there ones that you did really enjoy and you have fond memories of? Let me know. And check me out on Twitter, Facebook. Check out my podcast. I haven't done a podcast for a while, but I'll try to get that going again. I've just been really busy. I've been working night shifts recently on my other job that pays the bills. So, yeah, until next time, guys, take care.